Ulysses Lee, Jr. Bridgeman was an American basketball player and entrepreneur who was born on September 17, 1953, and died on March 11, 2025. Between 1975 and 1987, Bridgeman played for the Los Angeles Clippers and Milwaukee Bucks in the National Basketball Association (NBA). Bridgeman owned Jet and Ebony magazines after his career. Bridgeman was one of the wealthiest retired athletes in the world, with a net worth of over $1.4 billion at the time of his death despite never earning more than $350,000 a season throughout his NBA career. Awards and honors. Bridgeman's illustrious career and contributions have been widely recognized over the years. In 1988, the Milwaukee Bucks honored him by retiring his number 2 jersey, marking his significant impact on the team. His accolades continued to grow, and in 1999, he was inducted into the Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame, celebrating his athletic legacy. The University of Louisville College of Arts and Sciences welcomed him into its Hall of Fame in 2007, acknowledging his academic and personal achievements. In 2009, Bridgeman received dual honors: induction into the Missouri Valley Conference Hall of Fame and the naming of a portion of Grace Street in East Chicago, Indiana, in his honor, reflecting his influence both in sports and his hometown. His success as a businessman was recognized in 2014 when he was inducted into the Kentucky Entrepreneur Hall of Fame. Finally, in 2019, Greater Louisville Incorporated awarded him the Gold Cup, a testament to his remarkable contributions to business and community involvement. Childhood. Ulysses Lee Bridgeman and his son, Ulysses Lee Bridgeman Jr., were born in East Chicago, Indiana. He played basketball for Washington High School, which won the Indiana State High School basketball title in 1971 and went unbeaten, 29-0. His colleagues were Tim Stoddard, Pete Tregovich, and his brother Sam. Personal life. Bridgeman maintained a notably private personal life, keeping details about his family largely out of the spotlight. He was married to Doris Griffith, a woman who shared his preference for privacy and played a vital role as his partner through nearly 5 decades of marriage. Together, they built a strong family foundation, raising 3 children, Eden, Justin, and Ryan, who have carried forward their father's legacy in their own ways. Bridgeman and Doris Griffith reportedly met during their time at the University of Louisville, where Jr. starred on the basketball team and Doris pursued her own path, later graduating from Tougaloo College in Mississippi in 1969. They married in 1976, shortly after Bridgeman began his NBA career with the Milwaukee Bucks, and their union lasted 48 years until his passing on March 11, 2025, at the age of 71. Doris, described as a steadfast supporter and business partner, chose to remain behind the scenes, focusing on family and community service rather than seeking public attention. Her career included roles such as Director of Alumni Relations at Tougaloo College and Director of Youth Programs and Volunteer Services at United Way of the Capital Area, reflecting her dedication to education and faith-based initiatives. The couple's shared Christian faith was a cornerstone of their marriage, as highlighted by their daughter Eden in a tribute on their 48th anniversary. Together, Jr. and Doris raised 3 children who each inherited their parents' drive and work ethic. Eden Bridgeman Sklenar, the youngest, has emerged as a prominent figure in the family's business ventures, taking on the role of CEO and owner of Ebony and Jet magazines after Jr. acquired them in 2020. With a bachelor's degree in communications from the University of Louisville and an MBA from Loyola University's Quinlan School of Business, Eden has revitalized these iconic publications while balancing her own family life with her husband, Gregory Sklenar. Ryan Bridgeman, the middle child, has also stepped into a leadership role, serving as CEO of Manna Incorporated, the family's restaurant business, since 2017. Under his stewardship, he streamlined operations and diversified the company's portfolio, showcasing the business acumen he inherited from his father. Justin Bridgeman, the eldest, prefers a lower profile with little public information available about his personal pursuits, though he too is involved in the family enterprises and holds an MBA like his siblings. The Bridgeman family's privacy was a deliberate choice, a rarity among public figures of Jr.'s stature. Despite his wealth, estimated at $1.4 billion at the time of his death, and his high-profile career, Junior and Doris shielded their personal life from scrutiny, focusing instead on raising their children with values of hard work, humility, and resilience. Living near downtown Louisville, Kentucky, the couple created a stable home environment that allowed their children to thrive. Following Junior's sudden death from a heart attack during a fundraising event in Louisville, tributes from the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks, and community leaders underscored not only his professional achievements but also his devotion as a husband and father. Doris and their 3 children remain the keepers of his legacy, continuing to uphold the family's commitment to excellence and service. College career. Bridgeman, a 6'5" (1.96 guard forward, played collegiate basketball for the Louisville Cardinals men's basketball team while attending the University of Louisville. In 1974 and 1975, Bridgeman won Player of the Year for the Missouri Valley Conference. As a junior in 1974, Bridgeman guided the Louisville Cardinals to the NCAA Division I basketball tournament. In the 1975 NCAA Division I basketball tournament, he guided the Cardinals to the Final Four as a senior, but they fell to eventual NCAA champion UCLA 75-74 in the national semifinal. Bridgeman averaged 15.5 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 2.7 assists in 87 games during his time as a Louisville student. Professional career. In the 1975 NBA draft, Bridgeman was chosen by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 8th overall pick in the first round. The Lakers sold Bridgeman, David Myers, Elmore Smith, and Brian Winters to the Milwaukee Bucks on June 16, 1975, over 3 weeks after the draft, in exchange for Walt Wesley and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. As a rookie with Milwaukee in 1975 to 1976 under coach Larry Costello, Bridgeman averaged 8.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. Don Nelson, an assistant coach who had played for the 1976 NBA champion Boston Celtics the previous season, was hired as coach in 1976 to 1977 after Costello was fired by Milwaukee following a 3-15 start. Bridgeman's averages of 14.4 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 2.5 assists showed improvement. On December 15, 1976, Bridgeman scored a career-high 41 points in a 129-125 loss against Boston. Nelson and Bridgeman were together for the next 8 seasons. During his time with the Milwaukee Bucks, Nelson utilized Bridgeman to supplement colleagues Bob Dandridge, Marquez Johnson, Sidney Moncrief, Bob Lanier, Quinn Buckner, Myers, Winters, and Mickey Johnson. The Bucks had strong teams that won division titles in 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983, and 1984. In a Game 1 Eastern Conference Playoffs defeat to the Philadelphia 76ers on April 5, 1981, Bridgeman produced 6 assists and scored a career-high 32 points. Clippers of Los Angeles, 1984 to 1986. Bridgeman spent 9 seasons in Milwaukee until being dealt to the Los Angeles Clippers on September 29, 1984, for Terry Cummings, Craig Hodges, and Ricky Pierce by the Bucks along with Harvey Catchings, Marquez Johnson, and Cash. Bridgeman scored 30 points in a defeat to the Cleveland Cavaliers on January 29, 1985. Milwaukee Bucks, 1986 to 1987. Bridgeman played in 711 games for the Bucks, the most in the team's history at the time, before Giannis Antetokounmpo tied the record on March 20, 2023. Bridgeman scored 11,517 points in his 12-year NBA career after spending 2 years in Los Angeles and then returning to Milwaukee for 1 more season before retiring in 1987. For 9 straight seasons, Bridgeman averaged double digits in scoring while playing as a sixth man. Some people think Bridgeman might have won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award more than once if it had been around prior to the 1982-83 campaign. Bridgeman played in 849 NBA games during his tenure with the Milwaukee Bucks, 1975 to 1984, 1986 to 1987, and the Los Angeles Clippers, 1984 to 1986. He averaged 13.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.6 assists while shooting 47% from the field and 84% from the free throw line. Entrepreneurial career. After retiring from the NBA, Bridgeman eventually owned over 100 Wendy's and Chili's restaurants before selling them in 2016. With an estimated income of $32 million, Forbes ranked Bridgeman as the fourth wealthiest retired athlete in the world, behind only Michael Jordan, David Beckham, and Arnold Palmer. Bridgeman worked and learned the business model of Wendy's fast food restaurant franchise during the off-seasons of his playing career. In 2017, Bridgeman joined the Coca-Cola Company as president and CEO of Bridgeman Foods Incorporated, and in 2018 he signed a memorandum of intent to purchase bottling companies in Canada. After Ebony and Jet filed for bankruptcy earlier in the year, Bridgeman purchased the magazines for $14 million in December 2020 through Bridgeman Sports and Media. Bridgeman co-founded the investment firm Mana Capital Partners, which announced on May 26, 2022, that it had teamed up with Ball Corporation to build and run an integrated secondary aluminum plant in Los Lunas, New Mexico. Governor Kay Ivey of Alabama declared on October 18, 2022, that Mana Capital Partners will invest in a bottling plant run by affiliate Mana Beverages and Ventures, which would be situated in Hope Hull, Alabama. In a deal valued at $4 billion, the Bucks announced on September 24, 2024, that Bridgeman had acquired a 10% stake in the team. Jimmy Haslam, a co-owner of the Bucks, claims that Bridgeman paid an undisclosed reduction from the reported value to acquire the interests of many minority investors. Rest in peace, legend. Share with your family and friends. Subscribe and click on the bell notification for more content like this.